How's everyone doing today? This isn't going to be a very long class. It's going to um, be going over some people's losses. So, how did everyone finish the week? Want to know why I was green, even though it was a tough week? Because of risk management. If you say anything unprofessional, you will be getting banned. All right, so this class, I don't know. I want to start off by saying I don't know if you guys saw my announcement, but a lot of people don't realize when I started, literally when I started trading, dude, I had to use so I lost so much real money, and it wasn't profit money. And I said something in an announcement, but if you guys are blowing up these funded accounts or these eval accounts, just know you definitely much be rather blind. Like you don't realize when I came into the space, the trading space, like when I first started trading, like prop firms really didn't exist, and everyone would. Dude, I saw these like people who were like worked full-time jobs who made decent money, like maybe 100K a year, let's say, just from their job, and they'd put 25K in an account and they blew it all. Like actual 25K. I'm like, and like it was so bad when I first started. So I just want to say, like, to start out the class, you guys don't realize how lucky it is to have these Apex funded accounts, especially being as cheap as they are. Because you're in reality, it still makes you like somewhat emotional because it's still like a challenge you're trying to pass, so it still invokes that emotion on you, and you're actually not losing 25,000 or So you guys are just so lucky, and I just wanted to make that announcement. So, um. Yeah. All right. So today's class, I'm gonna be calling a few people up here. I want to just go over some people's losses for the week because this week was kind of a tough week. I'm not gonna lie. And if you didn't manage your risk properly, you're probably red, if I had to guess. So, um, I don't know if Amore's in here, but Amore, if you have any losses, anyone willing to speak who is not afraid to talk with a mic. I know Moore probably's got a few losses. So, Amore, if you want to come up and request to speak. uh, so come up here more. Request to speak, buddy, or come up on stage. All right, Dustin. Dustin, why don't you come up here and share a few losses real quick then? Hey, what's up, Amore? How's it going? So, what time or what loss did you take that you want to share? At what time frame? Okay, 10:15 to 1 minute. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So this loss wasn't a bad loss at all. Like we were delivering from a bullish rally gap in the bias, like, and I mean, this is a pattern. I mean, this is more of a pattern. That will lose. So the problem with this one was the bias. I thought the bias is bearish at this time. Um, The other thing too was we were delivering, like this is really tiny detail you have to pay attention to, but we took all these little highs right here like really well. We respected this perfectly, and I mean, I just thought the bias was bearish there, so I just didn't like it. And I was actually kind of wrong. I mean, I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right because I figured we'd come back down and hit this low, and I mean, we made equal lows and hit them, but we didn't really come back and hit these lows just because the SMT. But at the same time, ES is bearish too. So if you look, we're looking at ES there. I think I had both charts pulled up, but I mean, that's just more of a bias thing. See, look at ES. So ES, um, if we think the bias is bearish, one of the indexes is going to hit. And ES hadn't hit here either. And on the same candle, so if I do a crosshair on the same candle right here, look at this. If I just zoom in, the candle that closed beneath the inverse on ES was the same candle that closed underneath here. So it was a really good thing to cut here, but I just definitely think the bias is bearish, and none of the indexes had hit the low. And it didn't really matter that I was wrong about NQ hitting the low because ES hit the low. So just definitely did not like it. Now keep in mind, it's not like this is going to lose every time. This will win sometimes. On Friday, it just happened not to, just because we were delivering from here. If we swept this, but again, that's just more of a bias thing, and also like this was a clean delivery. An example of a non-clean delivery would be if we were to close above and then deliver down. If we closed above this for a value gap and then it cleanly reject, I think this probably would have worked. But because of how clean this rejection was and how small that wick was over the highs, that was more of like a bias or narrative thing. I just would not have taken that. So I did mark that on live stream, but I said I'm not taking it. And I said it was a good setup if you're bullish, but I was not bullish. So that's just yeah. Yeah, I was not bullish there. Yeah, that's good. Um oh yeah. Right here. Yeah, that was a break-even trade because we made a new internal low and hit it. And I always tell people like if the bias is truly bearish there, we will not stop here at this new internal liquidity. We will just rip right down. Um, and we've seen a lot of examples about before, but that's just a tough one. I mean, that's just unlucky that you're trading NQ, but that is a break-even trade or should be because again, thinking about it from a marker's perspective, if the bias truly is bearish here, we will dump through this internal low. We will just not stop there. So, um, yeah, I was ignoring the SMT too. I was hoping SMT would break, but I was wrong. My prediction going into the day was this because I was bearish, so I was looking for a premium, and I was half right. We wanted the premium, we did reject. We never hit the full low. So I mean, my prediction kind of played out, but it stopped at the. It was kind of annoying because it stopped right here, and it was kind of annoying. So, yeah, I think that was a good loss to take. Like, if I were to take one loss last week, it definitely would have been this one. But this is more of a bias thing. I feel like. Um. So yeah, good losses. I think. All right, who's up next? All right. Yeah, no problem. See ya. So more someone who understands fair value IFUDs very well. And someone like him, or even someone like me, the people who understand IFEDs really well, typically the only losses you're going to take now, once you understand them to the extent we do, is when your bias is wrong. That's really going to be the only ones. So like that's just a bias thing where he lost. But it's definitely good IFUG, just bias is wrong. Um, no, that was like I swear that was probably the best trade of the week, and I missed it. Um, yeah, this was just really textbook. I mean, that was really textbook. We swept the low. Also, we're coming out of a fair value gap. There's nothing that could have found, like, there's nothing wrong with that setup, really. Also, we'd equal high, like, we had relative equal highs here. Just, it was pretty good setup. So, I did not take it. I came on, I checked the chart, like, up here, and I saw this, and I'm like, no. Because that would have been my one trade for the day. I didn't even take a single trade Friday. So I was going to, that would have been a trade. And then the other trade I was going to take Friday was this trade right here, and it just never triggered, so I didn't take anything. I like this momentum back up, delivery off of fair value gap. So I was ready. I had my finger on the trigger, it just never closed above. So I never took it. Connor, it didn't matter that we took buy side here because we were coming off of a bullish SMT. So because of the bullish SMT, this didn't really matter that we hit buy side there. It was still pretty bullish. But I get what you're saying. Sarah, you took that trade? Very nice. Sarah, Connor. Oh, you guys are two new names. I haven't seen you guys here before. Also, Dustin Hoffman, you must be new. If you want to share any of your losses, Dustin, let me know. Plutus, you want to speak? Yeah, Connor, I figured. I haven't seen her name before. Yeah, you good? How are you? Yeah. On Friday? Okay. Yeah. Oh, right here. Um, I see where you're going with this trade. Um, I don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that was like you've seen what a good pattern set, like a good signature and price look like. This just doesn't look like it. Like you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That just wasn't a clean signature and price. I feel like. Um, and you've hopefully you've seen enough IFG setups to know that, but yeah, yeah. I get it. Yeah, I would have waited for a manipulation leg here. I just hate taking that first short after a big pump like that. And I've said that a lot before, but if we ever, for anyone new here, if we ever get like a really insane 50, 100 point pump with all green candles, never take that first inverse. It's just not high probability. I'd rather wait for a manipulation leg. And we don't really get the manipulation. We don't really get it here because we never take this high. I would say we get it here. Oh, there was an SMT there? Yeah. I mean, this wasn't bad. Yeah, that yeah, I probably would have that probably would have been a break even trade for me because you got to realize when you're in a trade and it works, it really works. Like we will accelerate, and the fact that we just did not accelerate there, I would have probably stopped at a break even on this candle right there. Yeah, and yeah, and that's why you have to journal winning trades because if you don't journal winning trades, you're not gonna know that like these your winning trades will typically deliver much faster and much cleaner than when you lose. And this is just one of the examples where we just missed the low, get a green candle back up. Like I would probably get out there to be honest. Uh, you know, yeah. Right here. Oh, right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it right here. Yes. So yeah, I would have put myself at the break even after those. Yep. Yeah, no, that's smart. Because when we had those equal lows, we should accelerate right through them, like for a typical win. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was. I know what you're talking about. It was like right here. Oh, right here. Oh, right here. Yeah. See, this isn't the most obvious to me, but why does this work? Well, this works because liquidity, right? We just had our manipulation leg. I mean, that's more of a play that works because of liquidity. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would not have taken that because it was 942 and we'd use at 945. But I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna say. I mean, it's just a lower win. It's a lower win rate trade, but it will still work. Yeah. See, my mistake was I actually shorted before the news. I shorted a 1 minute break here. There's a 1 minute free I got the broken. I should not have done that. I shorted before we got a good manipulation leg and I got wrecked. But I shorted again. I took a win, but I think the loss was a little bigger than the win, unfortunately, for that trade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem. I'm making a YouTube video about manipulation leg soon, so stay tuned for that. I mean, def. Yeah, no problem. All right. Who else? 820. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I don't journal my trades anymore. I mean, I used to a lot, but I I take the same setup over and over and over and over again now. So it's like I know like. I just don't need the journal anymore. I'm not gonna lie. And some people think that's bad. Some people think that like I know profitable traders do not journal anymore, but I also know profitable traders to do. It's just it depends on what's gonna help you. I know everything about my setup. Maybe if I tried taking a new setup, like a maybe new breaker, whatever, something model, then yeah, I would journal. But I don't need the journal IFVGs anymore. I know every single IFVG in the book. When I did it, I used like a template from Excel that I don't even know where it went, but someone said I saw it online. Um, I mean, I can make a video on how to journal, but I'll I'm making I'll do that in the free boot camp that I'm doing. I'll do a how to journal trades. That's a good idea. Probably won't be for a while, but when you took those losses Friday, how small did you size? Um, I didn't take any trades, Eric. No trades Friday. Again, on Friday, the main thing that you should have realized when going to the market is we were in seek and destroy conditions because of this. So I figured because of this that those would be seek and destroy conditions. The boot camp is going to be I'm going to start uploading one video a day for the boot camp. Probably I have 3 more videos up on my YouTube, but probably beginning April. Oh, 3-6. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so it was this day. I took a few losses this day, and then I was getting my ass handed to me on this day, and then I sized up on this dump here. and I sold most at the low, and I sold more at the low here. Like I usually do 0.5, 0.50, and then I think I went like 2% on this trade. I'm not gonna lie, I just was really confident in it, so I sized up and I sold most at the low and just. Do I ever go lower than 0.5? Not really. No. I mean, on my funded accounts, I go lower than 0.5 if I physically can't size up. Like, I had to take 2 micros for a trade because I couldn't size up on Thursday. My last trade of the day, I already made like 800 or whatever under 50K, and I couldn't go anymore, so I took 2 micros. Um, SMC. The biggest way to limit yourself trading IVGs is definitely don't go into the market looking for an IVG. Have a target in mind, such as London low, data highs, data lows. Go into the market targeting something like a lower high, and then wait for the IFEG to form. And if it doesn't form in that direction, then don't take anything. Don't go into the market looking for an IFEG. You have to be looking for a lower high, like a target, instead of looking for that IFEG. Because if you go to the market looking for an IFEG, you're gonna get wrecked. No, I barely use the weekly for my daily bias. I don't really need to. Yes, I do trade liquidity grabs chaos control, and it sounds like you're very new at this, so make sure you watch the ICT 2022 mentorship or the bootcamp upload on my YouTube. Yes, Patis, if you pay the lifetime fee, size really light, like less than 3 micros. No more, I haven't. I'm uploading 1 video a day on my YouTube. Yeah, like do not go above 3 micros on that, because especially if you pay lifetime, because if it's your first time getting a funder account, you need that to last as long as possible to get the most experience possible. Because if you don't, you're gonna fail. You need that experience. I don't know who plays Clash Royale here, but I can always relate Clash Royale to trading. So, if for any of the older people, again, it's just a game, and like, for anything you do in life, whether it be Clash Royale, whether it be trading, whether it be anything, like screen time is so important. Like, there's literally battles I lose because I don't have the screen time to know what cards to place, and I just don't have the experience. And I know that, and that's why it's not demotivating. I don't know if you guys know Trader Day, but he tweeted something a couple weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. Um, I love this tweet. Um, what did he tweet a couple weeks ago? He goes, "Every time I lost, oh yeah, when I lost, I smiled because I knew I'd get it back or something." Because like when he started trading, because he knew like he would put in the work to, okay, in 3 years this is gonna be like light work to me, you know. So like when he loses, he smiles because he's like, oh well, this is a loss. This is teaching me. It's the same thing in anything in life, whether it be a game you're playing. Like, you're going to have to lose to get that experience, and then you're gonna get better. You know. So, um, you know, what deck am I running? I'm running I play 2 decks right now. I play a miner cycle and I play a hog firecracker quake cycle. But yeah, it's literally anything in life, whether it be a video game, whether it be um like a job or something. You have to have screen, like, imagine you're working at, this is like a really dumb example, but imagine you're working at McDonald's, right? And someone asks you to fix something and it's your first day. You're like, what do I, like, I have no idea what to do. A year later, you're like, you fix it in 2 seconds. Like, you need that time, or you need that screen time to get comfortable, and just, it's literally goes for everything in life. So when I lose, I pretend it's for charity. I was really generous. That's pretty funny. I don't really laugh out loud at comments a lot, but that was pretty funny. The best time frame for IPGs, probably the 1 to 5. When targeting London lows as high as what time frames do you use when looking for IPGs? No. Ryan, I would say I just say 1 to 5. I mean, that's what I do. All right. So can we get one more person up the stage and speak? What do I risk on a 150k top step? I would do 2 minis and do like 10 points if you can. All right, Vols for life. How's everyone's March Madness bracket doing? Yeah, hello? Yeah, you sound like you're in Hawaii right now and I'm in New York. Bro, I'm not dude, it sounds like you're in a boat in the middle of the ocean and I cannot even hear you. Uh can you get closer to your mic or something? Are you upstairs and is your mic downstairs? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. All right, cool. So what loss did you take? Good, man. How are you? Yeah. 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 What about him? I mean, nah, he's cool. I mean, some of his YouTube videos are just teach the wrong concepts. That I mean, but yeah, yeah. That's good. That's yeah. Some of the videos he posted just are not like what ICT. Like it's just different from ICT. Like saying, like he's one of the people who like don't teach my concepts wrong. He just makes up stuff sometimes. But some of his videos are good. Like that video is good. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, my best trades are when we're coming off like a bigger time frame for a rally gap. So like here, for example, if I know we're in an hourly and also in a yeah, also in a 5 minute at the same time, delivering from an hourly 5 minute. Oh, and now I got a 3 minute inverse off an hourly and a 5 minute. Then I know this is an A plus trade because we're coming off of like a million things. Like we're coming off a billion, like it, just a lot of PD arrays. Yeah, yeah. Nah, this doesn't have the sleep liquidity, but it can. Yeah, then I'll go to like 5 minute, and then I'll go to whatever, and then like yeah. Yeah, that's just not obvious. I would never take that. Also, it did work. Because when we closed, I mean, it did work. But we hit the internal high first. So when you retrace to it, it's not valid because we hit this internal high first. So I don't. Well, one, it's not obvious. It's not obvious. It doesn't really stand out. You can't really see it 10 feet away from a screen. And two, we hit this internal high and then go down to it. So whenever we hit an internal high and then go back down, I try not to take them. This is the 3. It was a 3. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, not really. I mean, I'll watch to see if we're like coming off of an hourly or 4 hour like gap or something, but I'd try like this does not help me. I mean, just look at this. This does not help me whatsoever. Oops. It's just chop on the daily. It just doesn't help me. Yeah. No. 1 hour and 4 hour. I don't use the 2 and 3. Yeah. If you want to have really, really high profitable trades, then yes. Um, there was none. This is an SMT. The manipulation leg was on ES. I mean, this is the manipulation leg too, though, I guess. Us going below this low and also coming out of a higher time frame for every gap. This is just such a clean signature and price. Like this is what a this is what a IFAG good IFAG play should look like. Like you just need to agree this in your brain and understand this is what a good signature and price. Like this up here, not a good signature and price. It's just this is such a good signature and price. It's not a if we're already delivering from a fair value gap, then no, we don't have to. But yes, it does make the setup like A plus 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 plus. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. No, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Yeah. 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 All right. I think that's gonna be it. Um, why does it Friday 10:40 for every I get worked, but not the 10:50? What time frame? Oh, they both worked. This just would have been a break-even trade because we hit the internal high first. So this one, if you took this one, would have been a break-even trade. This one would not have been a break-even trade. So what happens if there's two IFGs stacked above each other? Try to wait for the last one to break. Also, very nice professional profile picture, MQZ. Yeah, just try to wait for the last one to break. Like, if you watch my video on YouTube about internal and external fair value gaps. I don't use totally theory, no, but I don't know. I've always, maybe in the down road, to look into it. I just don't really need it right now. If the market gets extremely difficult, then maybe. But I don't think I need it. How do I decide where to put my stop? Go on my YouTube and type in, you go to playlist and go to my, you should see risk management video. Hey Kev, what's up? Pound. I'd go about telling them that they probably aren't built for trading. Why did I not take the 1050 fair value gap? I didn't take either of these. I was hoping the lows would hit, but we never really hit, so I didn't take either of these. Friday 14/14, 2-minute. The thing about this one was we already went too high for that one. That's definitely, I mean, the entry would have been off of this because and then it would have been a break-even trade. That's just a really late entry. And it would have been a break-even trade because we hit the new internal high. So I probably would have entered based off this because, again, all the IFG is a late turtle soup. And when you see the reaction to a load like this, especially lows like this, and the body hold the fair value gap, it's like a late turtle soup. So your entry should be as early as possible because that allows you to move your stop to break even as early as possible. So this is just too high when I'm taking that. So yes, if you want to really be profitable as possible as you can with IFVGs, then you need to watch ICT concepts, or you can just watch my boot camp on YouTube. That's gonna all be uploaded for free. It's up to you. So, yeah. All right. Chaos Control, please do not say that again. Delhi, please cannot say that again. 940. All right, this is the last one. Then I gotta go. The 940 one? Are you talking about this one right here? I'm gonna start like like April 1st, maybe April 2nd. We'll see. Honestly, D, probably, yeah. No, the bootcamp's gonna have structured approach. It's gonna start in the way you should learn and branch off from there. What other reliable traders would I recommend you to watch? Dude, I have no idea, dude. There's so many people who have a lot of followers who are all fake as hell, and I don't even have anyone to recommend, to be honest. I think you should figure that out for yourself because I don't even know who's real and who's fake. Never trust anyone online. Trust me. Don't even trust me. I think you guys can figure it out on your own who's good and who's bad just by watching their videos, but people are not what they make themselves to be. That's all I'm going to say. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Because 50 or 60% my trade's going to break even. Septian, focus more on liquidity, finding liquidity, not using fair value gaps. And and don't move your stop to break even if you're really targeting obvious equal highs or something. I don't move my stop to break even. So, all right, I will see you guys later. Peace. Oh, Lambo roll. All right, peace.